Like any kid who grew up watching MotoGP, I too had stickers on my cycle, which I envisioned would be on a motorcycle someday. My parents raised a wild child. He still jokes about how I fussed around every night or I wouldn't sleep, and that was only possible if he took me out on a night ride on his Kawasaki KB100. And the day my dad let me hold the handlebar freely even before my legs could touch the ground, I experienced something intense that totally unchained me. I consider myself blessed to have experienced two wheels on commutes, highways, track days, drag racing, and many other forms alike. But watching legends at XDA in the USA push incredible levels of dedication, discipline, hard work with over 10 plus years of intense amount of dedication just to get under 10 seconds. Man, that totally gave me the goosebumps. All of this was only possible with zero scope of error, just to shave every 10th of a second. That is something that totally drew me to the art of drag racing. I grew up watching folks like Ricky Gatson, the Spider-Man, and other top fuel drag racer push their level best. And when I got to meet Ricky Gatson in person as well, I knew my path headed was absolutely right. Fast forward a few years into my initial level of professional racing, I figured that I have tried n number of different categories and different initiatives with respect to racing. But when I chose drag racing, I knew that I had to start with something big. I have to go all in, go big, or I have to go home. The Kawasaki ZX10R had always been a poster bike for me. In fact, I do still have the poster of it signed by Mr. Jonathan Rea right up on my wall for the 2020th year model, which was basically 6 times in a row WSBK wins for him. With a little more effort, I was able to get to a second runner-up in the 2024 National Drag Racing Championship, and I felt super proud of where I have come to. Many a times, I had so many issues and difficulties while prepping the bike. We did so much of research and development. I don't have a team of my own. It's all solo and me and Motoden working together on this project. There was no one to guide us at the initial stages. These 4 years of racing were filled with rigorous testing, immense failures, running all-nighters to fix essential components that failed exactly when you needed it to work the best. In fact, so many times it has happened that we have had perfectly working components. On the day of the race day, my regulator rectifier failed once, my battery was not working, in fact, my clutch plates weren't working certain times. There were so many issues. I feel blessed to have people like Abhigna, Abdullah, Rakshit, my mentors like Atabai, Sugan, and so many other folks on grid, off the grid, Shoaib, N number. I just can keep going on and on, who have supported me throughout this journey of mine, especially at times on the track itself where my engine probably overheated, the battery was not working at times, the regulator rectifier failed, my flywheel failed, my clutch pack totally was not working. Every single time a new issue occurred, we were able to fix it through very quick iterations only because of help of these folks. And even throughout my weight loss journey, my mental health, everything was well supported by my folks around me, which I'm truly grateful for. All of this is often overlooked because it's just very fancy to see the end title, right? Fastest Indian drag racer, or say national record holder, or say the coolest bike around, or whatever it is that you want to give it a superlative title to. All this is possible because the journey was this tough, this rough. All this happened is that the fastest Indian drag racer was born. Amidst all this hustle and bustle, I tried to do something totally different. My dream was to look up to folks who were there at the XDA, and I wanted to build something that was capable of handling those numbers. And when I try to do something different, people often mock around things that they cannot comprehend or visualize, and they try to go great lengths to pull you down just cause they can't see what you're doing. This happens to the best of us, and unfortunately, it happened to me too. The worst part is when you start doubting yourself after receiving all this hate, all these comments, and all this that makes you doubt your own self if you're capable or not. In fact, one of these days, I felt like shutting myself down completely, and it was over 6 months that I even opened my Instagram. I did not touch my bike for months together, and I was thinking, man, am I cut out for this or not? I got to that number 9.9 and 8.8 at MMRT, and I thought that was the limit for me. That is it. And I was often sitting at the table, staring blank at my food, and my mom asked me, "Is that it? Are you quitting?" But then I realized that kid in me who wanted those stickers as a racer, right? I loved MotoGP so much. I watched folks in XDA and drag racer achieving greatness through their dedication. And I thought, picture abhi baki hai. I cannot just give up on my dreams just cause some random person did not acknowledge the feat that I was trying to achieve. So yes, that fueled a new rage in me. I had to do something different. What got me here would not get me there. If I came this far, it is not for coming only this far. It is to go to the place that I always wanted to be. Battles are won in strong planning, and I needed to go exponentially faster by improving my power to weight ratio. I did a lot of internal modifications that were required, a lot of rigorous testing, a huge weight loss on me and off the bike, and I knew exactly whom to dial. I gave a call to Tilak from RLZ, who had watched me grow from a person who had an R15 to a Duke 390 and switched to a super bike, and he has seen me in the past 7 years evolve myself into a professional racer. Every gram shaved on the bike is a tenth closer to reaching my goal, and carbon fiber was the obvious way to go. And the folks at RLZ knew exactly what has to be removed from the motorcycle in order to get there faster indeed. They rebuilt her from ground up. The fairings, the entire shroud, the tail, the subframe, the chassis, essential components of it. Whatever was unnecessary, whatever was unsprung, they mercilessly ripped it apart. The side stand removed, the headlight removed, whatever unnecessary part, everything was totally ripped apart in order to beat that time or that mark that I have. And carbon fiber was the obvious choice, and the pioneers that RLZ are, I was quite sure that they were helping me head the right way. In fact, with the first initial draft that I had, I went and tested and my belly pan scraped in the very first launch. I sent Tilak a pic of it, and within half a day, they returned me with a fresh new piece, quickest stat as possible. This is the journey to become the fastest, greatest ever. And we won't stop at nothing but being our level best.